back today. Working on our For the Love of Australia journal, trying to get it finished up, and I decided I had a couple things I wanted to add, and a couple things we're gonna do. So one thing I wanted to add is I actually got this envelope from Sherry at Studio 28E Creations is where it actually came from. So I want to use it. I'm going to decorate it up a little bit and throw it in there just to give me the extra added pocket area. So I'm going to ink it up really fast. I guess I should have done that when I cut it, but I didn't. And this is a lyre bird. I thought this was really cool. It's really long and vertical, so it fit the envelope really well. Okay, so I'm going to put on the edge over here just a little bit of fabric just to add a little color to it. So let me get my glue going. And we are really close to the end. I'm going to put this on here, and then I want to put my little strings everywhere from that fabric. I put my doily on there. And again, I'm not adding a lot of stuff to this journal. It was more the art media, mixed media side of it, I guess, that I wanted to do. Hopefully you can hear that music from cars go by with their music blaring sometimes. You know how that is. So let me get some glue on here. I'm going to get this glued and punched and put in our journal. And like I said, I'm sort of leaving it empty in certain areas, and I'll add things as we go. Let me flip my little lyre bird over here. And I love the way he looks. I think it apparently he's a he today. Let me get that string off. But just that little bit. And then reach up here and grab my page that I had it and just ink this up really good. Apparently our neighbors are blaring music if I can hear it. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to keep that just as a pocket to put receipts and stuff in. So that's what I'm going to use it for. Okay, so we've got that. Then I have these stickers left, and I have my one envelope, and I sort of want to make, let me pull that out. Let me pull some cards out real fast. Some of my note cards. I think I'll do 4. And I just want to sort of put stickers on these and sort of, you know, just decorate them up a little. You know what, let me switch this out. I need a card. And I'm going to put them on my envelope just so that I can, like, jot little notes and things on. And so we'll do them different directions. Like this one, I'm going to do this way. So, and this is just going to be pretty much, you know, we'll do a little decorating, but not a lot. Like I said, you know, about that much. Let me put my Fabri-Tac on here. And these are all tea dyed, so I don't even have to worry about putting on there. And I will be doing a new tutorial at the start of next week. It will be a small project, but nonetheless, it'll be a new one, and we'll be using Bluebells and It just left me. Hold on just a second, let me grab the kit. It'll be Sherry's kit from Studio 28E. It's Bluebells and Daisies is the kit, and there's some of the, it's a really pretty kit. Maybe at the end I'll go through the pages of that and sort of show you, and we'll be starting that next week. And her kits are fairly inexpensive, so, which makes it nice. And we'll be sort of doing a travel notebook, a traveler's notebook with that. That's how that kit's sort of set up, so I'm just going to run with that. And doing some extra ephemera and things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac since I have it out. But I thought I wanted to decorate these little index cards. So, and like I said, I'm not going to do a lot of heavy decorating because I do want to keep them, you know, sort of so I can just write on the back of them. Yeah, so like that, just enough to put them on there. So I'm not, like I said, doing a whole lot, just adding a little extra. And I wanted to do some of the whales and dolphins because we hadn't done any basic sea animals. So I thought we would do those. And I'm actually not going to ink him up, and I'm just going to put him in the center. Just sort of, you know, throwing them on there. They'll have the animals on there, but yeah, I'm going to put glue on that because it doesn't act like it wants to stick. I think where these are tea and coffee dyed, sometimes, you know, things don't want to stick. I really should be using my art glitter glue for this because it does pretty good for the stickers. You know, I'll put this down at the bottom, I think. And I'm just put that on there. And then maybe I'll just put a gold band across the top. And maybe I'll put that over here on this side. No, I'll do it around both sides. How's that? When you can't decide, just do them both. And I'll just run a little dab of glue through there. And that'll put a little decoration on both sides. And then this has the lines on it, so I'll be able to see where I'm writing. Or I can just, you know, write wherever on the back side. So these, and like I said, I'm just putting these in here to sort of to decorate. And I actually think I'm going to put him sort of coming around the side. Let me see if he'll stick down really good. Nope. Thought he would. He acted like he was going to. I'll actually do him coming around the side. Sort of think that'd be cute. So. And again, if you can hear all the sounds in the background, I apologize. I'm going to put his little tail wrapping around maybe around the side of the card. We'll see. And then his little tail will come up around the side too. So he sort of wraps around the corner. So I'm going to, little ink, and I'll just Sort of ink around him a little. And this little ripped edge of the green I'm just going to put up here in the corner just to add a little color. Maybe just a little dollop of the gold coming out of there. Here's my little handy stapler. I don't want to make it too thick because I'm going to put all these in that envelope. So I'm just going to sort of store them all in the same area. And then, let's see if our kangaroo will fit on here. We may have to turn this one sideways, which is fine. Nope, it fit. It's hard to believe. It just doesn't seem like February is running towards the end. Set that down for a second. The thin art glitter won't dry. And I'm just going to put some like this. And I can rip this off later. Or add more glue if I need to. Make it right up here, and I'll just leave that sticking out towards the top. That doesn't bother me. And then I'll come in here, just rip that off. So he just has the green sort of background to the side. And then we'll have all this to write and on the back to write. So that'll do that. So let me pull my book over, and I mean, again, I made those very extremely basic because I want to use those just basically as like post-it notes. So I wasn't worried about them, but I knew that they had to fit in here, so I was trying to make them not so large, and they should fit in here just fine. So I have those to use as post-it notes. Yep, and it fits in there just fine. And then I wanted to take, I have that green there, let me use the green, I guess. And I'm just going to take this and knot this, just to keep that closed. And then I don't have to worry about unknotting that when I want to get in there. I can just pull that to the side and use it. And then when I get done, slide it right back up and right down in the middle. So that'll sort of open and close that for me. Okay, so we have that. Let's see, where was our page that we wanted? Back here. I wanted to put my bag back here. So I need to grab my pen again, if I can find it. Actually, I think this is big enough we can fit all three. Yep. So we'll just, right there, and right there. Let me grab my hole puncher here, and I'm just going to center them up. Okay, and then I'm going to use my, actually I think I want to use the medium ones that I made. And I'm just going to put those around just to give that some extra support. I also could have made some green ones. I didn't this time. Usually I make a couple of different colors to go. Like when we do the one for the Traveler's Notebook, I couldn't figure out which side it was. It disappeared on me. I'll make some in several different colors. We'll make those along the way, but yeah, so I'm sort of excited about doing it. I love Traveler's Notebooks, and they're so nice to be able, and handy to be able to like carry in your purse, or, you know, as you're just, if you're traveling, that type of thing. Obviously, Traveler's Notebook, that's what they're for. Okay, so get this in here. Okay, and I'll be able to use that for my monthly receipts, like for January, and then I'll empty them, take them out, put them in a separate envelope, and then I'll have this to put all of my February receipts in, so I can sort of keep track of everything. So we have our envelope back here, and I'll end up, I'm going to put my extra stickers, and any of my extra animal pages will all fit in there, so I can store them in there, if I want to add them to extra pages or anything else. So that works for that. So have our page there with all our texture paste. It turned out really neat. And our pocket. Loved this page. I loved how it turned out. And then we've got our envelope with our index cards to our post-it note cards. And again, our page. This one was really cool with all the cheesecloth too. I sort of like the, you know, tribal look. Then we got our tuck over here. We've got our little notepad and our index card to write on tucked in there. And there's where we reused our baby wipe, where we cleaned our paint up. And here we have our all of our tea-dyed coffee pages for our journal. And our big pocket. And this is where we used our paint chips. Here is our other envelope, and here is our planner pages. This is for 1 week, and then we'll, in a pocket, and extra ones to journal on, so we have that in there. Our painted page, our fabric page. This has got our wombat on it, and our little, just to take a note card on. This is our CD sleeve. And then up here we have decorated tea and coffee dyed journal, as well as our 2020 calendar that's got our eagle on the back, and our big pocket. Hopefully you guys can see all of that. I think you can. So put a calendar in there. And the 2020 calendar, again, I'll try to put links to that, as well as the planner pages in the description box. And then over here, I have my area for my stamps, my little note cards, and then I've got the little note that she sent, and then a little Australian climate page, which I wanted to keep, and then a couple of poems from Dorothea Mackellar, an Australian author, and I wanted to keep those because I wanted to be able to read the poems. It goes in there. And then we've got our cover. And then I was trying to remember what I did with, nope, it's not, it's here. And then I have my green tie that I'm going to use to put around the middle. I don't want really anything elaborate around the middle because I plan on using this like every day and adding to it. So this is just going to tie around the middle and not but I actually think I want to drop that down to the other side of my ring. And I can just knot that and then untie it. So there is our For the Love of Australia journal. And I mean, it's got lots of little gooby things everywhere. And then, you know, I'm sure I'll add to it from time to time, and maybe, you know, at the end of the year, or when I move to the next journal, because I'll use this one for a while, before I move to the next one, then I'll do a complete fill-up through so you can see all of it after it's all filled in and it's been used and all that. So that is it, guys. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. It's been a blast. It's been different, especially with doing the larger size, because, you know, normally you do a small size, so it was a little different doing the bigger one. So, you know I want to do another ring bound journal, but it'll probably be a smaller one with just 2 rings. And I think I want to do like a shabby chic, just a look. Normally, if I was doing it as a journal, I would, you know, tie a lot of ribbons around here and that type of thing. But because of the way that I'm using this, because I'm going to be using it daily and more as like a planner, I don't want to put a lot of ribbons there because I'm not sure, you know, how extensively wide it'll get over time or whatever. So, but yeah, so that is that. Let me put this to the side and let me pull out Sherry's kit. Again, this is Studio 28E, and I will put a link in the description box for it too. So there's a background paper. These pages are, well, let me find my roller here. I'll be able to clean my desk up. No more green and gold. These pages are roughly a little bit bigger than 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. So pages, there's little pictures, gorgeous little daisies, printed lined paper, music papers, again, really, really pretty pages. And hopefully I'll try to flip through this so you can see them. Apparently I have them all upside down. And it prints out really nice. Yeah, without a problem, it printed out. Let me flip these around. I actually printed these out on my printer, and I printed them out in draft quality for the ink, because I usually make copies and put in file folders, so I have them in, so I don't worry about doing, you know, in the best quality, you know, just to put in my file. So this is actually a draft quality, so, and there's some envelopes, some pockets, tucks and tags, and there's a little heart, some photos, lots of ephemera, just oddball little pieces of, you know, little things you can use, little tags, cute little cards, another little envelope, and some pockets, some tags. It's just a really pretty kit. There's some lace, some like faux washi. Yeah, just a lot of little pretty little ephemera to use. So yeah, this is what we will be, there's some little bees even. This is the kit we'll be using, and again, I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this tutorial. And like I said, we'll start that Monday. So that's what we will be doing next. So I'll be inking and doing a lot of blue and the yellow, which, I mean, I could still probably use my golden there because it blends in. But yeah, a lot of like green and yellow and blue. Oh, there's even some of the pink daisies. So that is what we'll be doing next. So make sure you tune in next week to watch us make the journal with Sherry's kit. Again, thanks if you've been along for the ride with the Australia journal. I've had a blast. Again, shout out to Camille for sending the stuff from Australia. Way too sweet. I really appreciate it. And all the little extras I have, and I am going to be making some little charms and things that can go in my journal. So when you see the final flip through, you'll see some of the other little odds and ends I make along as I go. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.